Hi, Miss Smith, it's me, Abby, and I will be reading Skippyjon Jones. Okay, let's do this. Every morning, Skippyjon Jones woke up with the birds. And this did not please his mother at all. "Get yourself down here right now, Mr. Kitten Britches," ordered Mama Junebug Jones. No self-respecting cat ever slept with a flock of birds, she scolded, or ate worms, or flew, or did his laundry in Mrs. Dogginghay's bird bath. The lecture went on and on. As usual, you've got to do some serious thinking before you leave this room, Mr. Fuzzy Pants, said his mother, about just what it means to be a cat, not a bird, not a mouse or a grouse, not a moose or a goose, not a rat or a bat. You need to think about just what it means to be a Siamese cat. And stay out of your closet, she added, closing the bedroom door. But once he was alone, Skippyjon Jones began to bounce and bounce and bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones, and I bounce on my bed, and once or 6 times I land on my head." On his way down to earth from a gigantic big bounce, Skippyjon Jones shot past his bedroom mirror. "Holy guacamole!" exclaimed Skippyjon Jones. "What was that?" So up he went again, and again it appeared. Then, using his very best Spanish accent, he said, "My ears are too big for my head. My head is too big for my body. I am not a Siamese cat. I am a Chihuahua." Back on land, Skippyjon Jones climbed into his toy box and riffled through some of his old junk. After he put on his mask and sword and climbed onto his mouse, Skippyjon Jones began to sing in a muy soft voice. "My name is Skippy Frisquito. I fear not a single bandito. My manners are mellow. I'm sweet like jello. I get the job done. Yes, indeedo." Back in the kitchen, Juju Beast Jeezel B and Jilly Boo Jones were helping Mama Junebug Jones make lunch. "Can Skippyjon John come out of his room now?" asked Jujubee. "No," answering Mama Junebug. "Mr. Fluffernutter is still thinking." In fact, Skippyjon Jones wasn't thinking about being a Siamese cat at all. With a walk into his closet, his thoughts took him down a lonesome desert road far, far away into old Mexico. Not long into his journey, a mysterioso band of Chihuahuas appeared out of the dust. "Ay, caramba, who goes there?" asked Skippyjon Jones. "We go by the name of Los Chimichangos," growled Don Diego, the biggest of the small ones. "Who are you?" "I am Skippito, the great sword fighter, and Skippyjon Jones." Then the smallest of the small ones spoke up. "Why, the mosquito dude," asked Poquito Tito. "I go incognito," said Skivito. "Do you like rice and beans?" asked Pinolitito. "See, I love mice and beans," said Skipito. He might be the dog of our dreams, whispered Rosalinda. Perhaps, said Tia Mia, if he knows the secret password. Leaning toward Don Diego, and Skippyjon half sneezed, half spoke the secret password into the Chihuahua's very large ear. Ah, Chupito! Bless you, said Don Diego. Gracias, said Skippyjon. Then it is true, decreed Don Diego. Yippee, yippee, yippito! It's the end of Alfredo Busito. Skippy is here. We have nothing to fear. Adios to the bed bumbilitos. Then all the chamingos went crazy loco. First they had a fiesta. Then they took a siesta. But after waking up, the chimichangos got down to serious But after waking up, the chimichangos got down to serious business. Using his paw, Don Diego drew a picture in the sand of the great bumblebee toe for Skippyjon to see. A hush grew over the chimichangos, so great that one could hear a whisker drop. Alfredo Busito, whispered the crowd, El bimbo bumblito bandito. See, said Poquito Tito, the bandito steals our frijoles, not your beans, cried Skippyjon, outraged. See, Poquito continued, red beans, black beans, Boston baked, and blue coca, coffee, kidney beans, pinto, and jelly too. And now he comes for us, Poquito added. ¿Por qué? Asked Skippyjon. Because we are full of the beans too. Then Don Diego stood tall, and his most somber voice declared, Yo quiero frijoles. Huh? Asked Skippyjon. The dude just wants his beans back, said Poquito Tito. And you are the dog for the job. Me? Asked Skippyjon. Then all the chimichangos turned towards Skippyjon, the great sword fighter. But poor Skippyjon had no time for a plan, because in the blink of an eye, a gigantic shadow darkened the landscape. The chimichangos scattered in all directions. Vamos, Skippyjon, or it is you, the bandito will ito, they cried. Skippyjon stood his ground, but his legs shimmered and shook like the jello, and his teeth shattered like the castings. Then in a muy soft voice he said, My name is Skippyjon Frisquito. I fear not a single bandito. But Alfredo Buzzito flew straight for Skippyjon until he been eaten. Bandito hovered only inches away from the great sword fighter's face. Holy frijoles! Cried Skippyjon as he thrust his sword in the air. Suddenly, pop went the bandito, landing on Skippyjon's sword, and quicker than one could say Chihuahua's cheese and crackers, every kind of bean came spilling out of Alfredo Buzzito, the bumblebee toe bandito. Then all the doggies burst into song, Yippee yippee yappito! Our hero is Skippyjon. He's the dog of our dreams who delivered the beans, and now we can make our burritos. But back at home, there was such a ruckus coming from Skippyjon Jones' room that Mama Junebug Jones and the girls just had to find out what was going on. They raced down to the hall to the kitty boy's room. Bangito, Crashito, Papito, Skippytato! Just in time to see Skippyton's closet exploding. Then out flew Candy, Beanbag, Doggies, and the kitty boy with his birthday piñata on his head. Skippyjon Jones, everyone cried. Hola muchachitas, he said in a muy soft voice. Mama Junebug Jones lifted up Skippyjon Jones, covered his head with furry purry kisses. "What am I going to do with you, Mr. Cuckoo Pups?" She skedaddled. That night, when he was supposed to be going to sleep, Skippyjon Jones began to bounce on his big boy bed. "Oh, I'm Skippyjon Jones with a mind of my own, and I'll bounce on my bed for hours. I know I'm a cat, but forget about that. Say goodnight, Skippyjon Jones," called his mama. "Buenas noches, mis amigos," and said Skippyjon Jones.